All right, welcome guys. So you got 500 bucks and you want to get rich in crypto. Now everyone wants to do the same fucking thing, but I'm going to give you a detailed guide on how you can actually do it reliably without relying on luck. Now the first thing to realize is this 500 bucks is absolutely fucking useless and you're really not going to be able to do much with it. You know, you can full put one of my calls, and even if you get 10x, even if you get a fucking 100x, you know, there's no way to reliably do that, right? You can get lucky one time, and obviously you see all these people on the deck screen on the fucking all these random ass PNLs where people are turning 500 bucks into 500k, but it's usually some insider or it's the dev, or it just never happens, right? So like any business, you need cash flow. Now, how do you get cash flow without having any money, right? You're gonna have to provide value. That's the most important thing that we're gonna see in this video, and not just in crypto, bro. It's like you have to help someone else in order to get money. That's how money works, really. Apart from trading, you don't really need to help anyone else. But until you have enough capital, you're gonna have to do step one, which is cash flow. Step two is obviously when you have enough capital, you can go into more in depth into trading and focusing because you have the funds in order to lose a percentage, and you can also go into, you know, when you have 100k and you make 2%, 3%, you're making 3 grand, 4 grand on a trade. When you have, you know, 100 bucks making 3%, 4%, bro, it's fucking nothing. Like, that's the first thing I want you to realize is the starting amount doesn't even matter, bro. You could have $0 and this information would still apply. So generating cash flow is the most important part. Now, how do you do that? Well, obviously we're all in crypto, and this video is specifically focused on crypto and, you know, meme coin space. Now the meme coin space is fucking oversaturated as shit. That's why I've been posting less coins, and obviously pump funds come in and everyone's launching a coin and rugging shit within 30 seconds. But this is what I would do in order to generate cash flow. Now the first thing you need to realize is that information, especially in this sector, is the most important thing. Who you know is better than what you know and how much money you have. One of the reasons that I make so much money is because I know a lot of people. You know, a simple message here and there is going to help me a lot more than having an extra $1,000. You know, I'd rather know someone who's in a position of power who knows someone else. So the first thing I would do is set up a Twitter or a Telegram and just start talking to people, bro. You need to have connections on your side. You need to be able to message someone about something, even small shit, right? And building like a mini brand, I would say, is pretty important. You know, you don't need to be famous. You don't even have a lot of followers. You could actually do all this shit without, you know, having any followers. It's about being a connection and an info point for someone else. You know, even you can start straight away by helping me out. You message me something that, you know, gives me a little bit of value or an edge in the market, and I'm going to help you out in return. That's usually how life works with most people, and B, how to succeed in this space. You need to know people who know people who know people, because that's how you make money. You get one piece of message, you get a piece of information, you get an extra advantage on this launch or this runner, and that's how it works. Okay, the third important thing to know is you need to have value in some form. Now, if you don't have value yourself, you can't create it, or you don't know, you know, what value is or how to help people. If you're a newbie in crypto, you have to understand everything in this world is middleman. If you think about big businesses like Amazon, they're a fucking middleman, right? You have this product, they make it in China, and they just middleman it to you. If you think about a supermarket, bro, farmers make the shit, they just middleman you, boom. That's you know, especially true in crypto, right? If you think about the people who make the most money in crypto, it's usually because they're a middleman. So one specific example in crypto is middlemaning between projects and influencers. So when you have X project, they're going to try and branch out to market themselves, obviously, to increase exposure, increase market cap, increase price, etc. If you can find your way between this line and the influencers that, you know, that they're promoting, that's a really high paid business, and you don't need to be anyone to do that, right? If you can just find your way on this line somehow, connect the two dots, you can get paid off that, right? Because there's usually a money flow in between here. So by you providing value of information between these 2 points, you can get paid. Now, that's not a fucking very hard thing to do, right? You just need to send a few messages. And that's where it goes back to network and connecting with people, right? Because if you know someone who is an influencer, or you know someone who is launching a project, and you can manage the two of these, you can get paid. So And you already know one influencer, right? You're watching my video, so in some way you know who I am. If you manage to message me, obviously I have a lot of messages, so if I don't reply, it's not because I'm not intending to not reply, bro. It's just because I have things going on. But if you manage to provide me some kind of value in the first place and get me in your network, now you have that connection with me, and then in the future possibly you connect with a project, and that's how shit works in this space. Really, that's how it works. Now obviously you don't need to just talk to me. What I'm saying is, if you have me, if you have a bunch of people on Twitter, you start becoming a little bit known, you can turn into a KOL manager. Now that's just one idea of a job. This whole video is not just, oh, become a crypto guy on Twitter and you'll get rich. That's not how this shit works, right? You have to be actually grinding. Like, people think you just buy a meme coin and it's it's done, it's over. But even for me, right, when I was building my personal brand, it was like, bro, it took me 16 hours a day for like 4 or 5 months every day. But what I'm trying to get you to understand is attention is the biggest economy in this world right now. The dudes getting the most money right now are usually the ones getting the most attention. Even if you magnify everything and you look at something like football, right? Cristiano Ronaldo is probably the highest paid athlete in the world because he has the most attention. Now, obviously, that's the niche he's in. It's completely different to crypto. And what we're talking about is crypto. But what I'm saying and business ideas I have outside of crypto is literally just starting some kind of Instagram or TikTok account and posting things of value to someone else. Now, that doesn't have to be a crypto niche. It doesn't have to be a specific niche at all. It can be literally something you're interested in, bro. Finance is the biggest niche or the most efficiently successful niche for making money, because when people are interested in making money, you can usually make money off that, and you have advertisers who pay you a lot. But you have to provide some kind of value for doing that. You can't just talk out your ass and say a bunch of dumb shit and get rich off it. That's not how it works. So this is the actionable plan I would take right now to get rich. I would start trying to connect myself with people. I would just start literally say who I am, message some people on Twitter, scroll Twitter for a little bit, follow a couple of dudes, famous dudes on crypto, whatever, follow all of them, start replying, start engaging, and just start working for my presence, because that's the most important thing. If you slide yourself in between two people, you can usually, both of them will know who you are, and you start to build your network, bro. That's the same thing for real life, right? A lot of people message me saying they want to get rich, but they're also just buying a meme coin a day and looking at Deck Screener like there's some fucking pro trader, and that's just not how it works, bro. Because there's a lot of information behind the scenes that A, you don't know about, and B, you're just gambling, and eventually the house is gonna win, you're gonna lose. So if your strategy for getting rich in crypto is just scrolling Deck Screener and aping random shitters that you see, you're gonna fail. So the first thing I would try to do is middleman something, right? I would try to find someone with star power, with a influence or a lot of money, and try and help them to middleman between something they want, because that saves you a lot of time and effort into the work it takes to becoming someone notable, or gaining attention for yourself, because you can literally find the attention in the first place and provide some value, and then you get rewarded off that. So that's the first step I would take. The second thing I would do is try and create my own attention. Now, I would start something like Instagram, and another idea I had was just general business. You need to start looking at Instagram Reels as a real opportunity to make money, because once you can get the snowball effect and get the ball rolling with Instagram, you can really make a lot of money. And the point I'm saying is something actionable. Getting rich in meme coins is not just luck. If you understand the game, if you understand that information is a lot more valuable than people realize, you will get rich. But these are just some general details. If you want an actionable plan and detailed advice, I would advise joining my alpha group, where I'll be posting a lot more of these and having one-on-one conversations, as well as the Discord, where I'll be having daily to weekly videos on different ideas for making money, not just in meme coins, but in general business and the Instagram world.